This is Vidya with Verity, and I'm Verity Jo Coonan, breathwork facilitator and founder of Vidya Breathwork, and someone who has, for over a decade, sat with people in the realest, rawest moments of their lives. This show is for the ones who are ready to go all the way into the real story, the real body, the real work. Raw conversations, honest truth, and the tools that actually create change. Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of Vidya with Verity. Let's breathe, because last session I made a promise that I would talk about burnout and I went on a tangent. So today's topic is burnout and how it is so real. Close your eyes. Let's take a big breath together. Inhale through your nose and sigh it out. Perfect. Do a few more on your own while I chat, because this is something that's going to help you. A physiological sigh. You can do 2 breaths in. Or you can just one big sigh. Try and get some vagal vibrations happening in there too. It will help you. We're all about helping you feel more calm. So when we talk about feeling calm or at peace, it's really nice if that is your default. You cruise through life peaceful and calm. Amazing. I love that. That's probably not everybody, because life and people who are busy, people who get burnt out, it happens because you're really, really good at what you do and also really, really good at being busy. So you probably don't have to feel, because there's a little bit of avoidance happening in there too. Being August, I feel this is a time where maybe you've got to realize that it's almost the end of the year. I mean, it's not, we have months, but there's something in our bodies that play this old pattern of, where am I at? Am I good enough? Am I doing all of the things? Or maybe I've done all the things and I'm tired. And people can get sometimes really disheartened when you're burnt out, because a gym session, a ice bath, a sauna, all great things, they're not going to help your burnout. And so I just changed my app bio to the app that will save your life. I think we don't place enough importance on stress. It can manifest things in your body you could not imagine. And I have clients come to me when they're at their wits' end, because sometimes our brain goes logically, I need to see a doctor, I need to see a naturopath, I need to see a psychologist, I need to outsource all of these things. Getting to those appointments takes time and money. It also keeps you moving and busy and on the run. Your body, when in burnout, needs stillness, but it needs to feel safe with stillness. So when you are running at 1,000,000 miles per hour, your body, once it pauses and slows down, and maybe you come to one breathwork session, you're like, this will fix me. It will give your body reprieve. Is it going to fix your burnout in one session? I'm going to say probably not. Because one, you may have this great realization, you may turn your life around, you may understand the importance of daily practice, or it may just give your body a big signal that it's ready to slow down and it still needs more attention. So yes, one session will help. However, you need a practice that is going to work for you, that is simple, that's easy, that allows your burnout to burn out. When clients come to me, and I'll give you a few examples because there's been a lot lately. A mum who is the most amazing mum. I'm going to put it out there. Every single mum is amazing. You've chosen to have this beautiful child, which whether you knew it or not at the time, is going to bring up all your stuff. It literally is a mirror to where you're at in life. So, one, you're amazing just for being a mum, because that in itself is a miracle. Having to face all of your stuff because it's right there in front of you in your child, or bringing up all of your old patterns and beliefs, then you look after them. You look after your partner, you run around. Life is lifing. Then you maybe have your own business. Plus, you want to be healthy. So you go to the gym, you exercise, you go for a walk. Then maybe you go on a holiday or two. That's pretty jam-packed already, isn't it? And that's not going to change anytime soon, especially if you're a mum. What your body needs is to find increments in your life. It needs to work in with your life. And I have said it before, it's why I make the app so accessible for mums, anyone, because the live sessions, you're on mute. So if your kids are screaming, nobody else can hear. So it's a really big practice for you to find peace while life is lifing. But there's also practices that are 2 minutes. There's the 14-day nervous system reset, which is the one thing that changed the entire game for me understanding my nervous system. Because the first time I laid down in the position for 20 minutes, I'd have to put an alarm because 20 minutes feels like forever when you never stop. And laying down and being in that, my mind needed to be busy. So it's why I designed mine. So the science is there. It's 20 minutes a day, 14 days in a row at around the same time. If you're thinking already that you're a mom and you don't have 20 minutes, I see you, I hear you. You can do this in bed. Shove pillows underneath your knees and do it just before you go to sleep or just before you wake up. There's no perfect time or place apart from you just doing the thing, because your body will get better and better at it. And then, because my mind was busy, I then have given different breath techniques and meditations for every day. So you can pick your favorite one and do that on repeat, or you can do them all in order. It does not matter as long as you're doing the thing, which is slowing down, laying in one position, closing your eyes and breathing. I think it's really cool that once you understand the science, your body, all of this, your nervous system, you're able to do this for free at home. And while the world keeps telling us and teaching us we need all of these things, we actually need less. We need less to-do lists to make us feel good. Because if you truly listen to your body, it will tell you. And maybe your body likes routine some days. Maybe you need to just check in every day. I'm really big on teaching people how to audit their body quickly, how to do a nervous system reset. And I, for one, did not love school. So anything science, I was like, oh, absolutely not. Until I needed to know. And it's why I guess I kind of preach about this a lot, because any single problem, and I have clients coming to me with everything from eating disorders, body dysmorphia, abuse, addictions, grief. The realm is huge. Generally, the fix, it's not the right word, but the solution is coming back home to your body, which means you have to find a way that you feel safe enough to be still and rest. And I 100% get it if this pisses you off, someone saying this, because I used to listen. I'm like, boring, whatever. And so I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched and arrived back at the same answer. It's me. I need to do it, and I need to pause and be still and learn that that's okay and safe. Which, if you've been through a lot in life, can be challenging. So it's why I've given so many different options in my training, in my app, in my events, because we're all different. We've all been through different things, and our burnout will look different. However, our recovery from burnout generally will look pretty similar in what you do, probably not how you feel. Some days you will love the experience, and some days it will frustrate you. But I think that's the point of just being curious, because if your body is in burnout and you're exhausted all the time, you have to do something about it, because it's not, especially as a female, going to get any better. You need to understand your body at each different season or chapter it's going through and love each of those, which, if you're feeling exhausted, can be annoying, especially if you're a new mum. I feel like there's nothing worse than telling my sister, oh, I'm so tired, or my body's sore, or I definitely try not to. Sometimes it slips out. And I have a bit of a giggle because in her mind, she's going, cool, you're tired? I'm running off 2 hours sleep. And so for anyone that is a mum or is a mum or going to be a mum, I think that championing of that is amazing, because also everybody tells them to get more sleep. How annoying is that? It's not like you're not trying. And so what I and the science world, there's ways around it, because you're not going to get more time. You can't force your baby to sleep when you want them to. So we hack your sleep. A yoga nidra. 20 minutes is equal to 4 hours deep rest once you get really good at it. And you can play that when you go to bed. You can fall asleep listening to these in the app. Then you do a nervous system reset. Then you do the Vidya daily. So you are resetting your entire body. Think of it as a huge stress detox for your body. I don't know why I've never said that before, because it makes so much sense. A huge stress detox for your body. And previous me loves the detox, not so much anymore, which is actually a cool thing to recognize. Another client that I want to share a little story about is someone with eating disorder. And I myself have had one, keep it at bay. But this is another way that us humans have craftily found to not feel. So your body needs to feel safe enough to feel, so that we don't run or delve into eating our emotions or binging our emotions. Because there's so many ways to justify why it's okay when it's you, right? We are crafty humans, and I just want to eat, or we go somewhere and it's an excuse or a reason. What's probably harder is for parents watching their kids go through this, especially if they've never had an eating disorder before or been through that. So what I love to do in these scenarios, whether it's the daughter or son, or whether it's the parent, is work together, because you as a parent showing your child what to do. So you can know, maybe you haven't dealt with your stuff and you think you have it at bay, but kids pick up on everything, your energy, the way you speak about your body, the way you manage your stress, the way you deal with life. You're guiding them. So if you have a practice that you can teach them, surely we're all winning on that. So the way to recover from burnout is just being really compassionate with yourself. Knowing that, and this was a big one for me. Okay, I'll talk about it in calories. I remember years ago when I would count calories, it'd be like 1,200 calories a day or whatever it was. And that would stress me out to the point where I would eat or wouldn't eat. It all got very stressful, which is, again, putting your body into more stress. So it's going to hold on to weight. And at that point, that was like the worst thing ever that would happen. And then someone said, why don't you just look at your calorie intake for the week? And in my mind, it's like it had never thought of that before. It's like, if you've ruined the day, you've ruined the entire day. That's it. You've ruined the week. Whereas if you look at things in a bigger chunk and zoom out a little, you can eat a chocolate one day and then eat salads the next day and be healthy. Not every single moment needs to be perfect or aligned in this world. They just won't. So for burnout, and if you're in Darwin, where I am currently, it's been the dry season, which is always our busiest season. Everybody comes to visit, so there's always lots of events. Then we also want to go camping because we want to make sure we make the most of this beautiful weather. And then we have the festival. And then we need to catch up with our friends that live here. So it becomes a very social and such a fun time because being outdoors in Darwin at this point is the ultimate. But it also means that it comes with probably a little bit more stress than your body is used to. So what you can do during this time is create small increments in your day and your week to alleviate this. My prescription to you would be 3-minute daily practice, the Vidya Daily. Jump into the app, do your 14-day nervous system reset, and make this a lifelong habit. And then once a month or twice a month, jump into our live deep breathes. This will keep your emotions, how much you love your body, your thoughts, all of these things at bay. Because if we don't maintain ourselves, what happens is, as humans, and we do this to the people we love the most, is we start looking for reasons why we feel like this. And it's so easy to point fingers at somebody else. You haven't shown me enough love. You haven't got my back. I did this because you made me feel like this. You're not spending enough time with me. You haven't listened. Whatever it is, what happens is those moments we start projecting how we're feeling. And that 99% of those issues will go away if you start to nourish yourself. And when you are able to process your own emotions, regulate your own body, understand why you're feeling this way, understand why you're exhausted, you're burnt out, probably because you've been doing everything for everybody else. And then maybe there's a little bit of resentment in there. You need to nourish you. And the unsexy part of me marketing this is that you're the only one that can do it. I know. I will hold space for you. I will create all the stuff for you, but you must show up for you because your body, your soul, your body, your energy needs to know that you are going to prioritize you when it comes down to it. Like all of the cliches, you can't pour from an empty cup, all of those. You need to tell your body, the universe, energy that you look after you. Then that allows all of your loved ones to see how much you look after yourself, and they will do the same. This work is cool, isn't it? Once you start doing it, I think this is why I love the facilitator training so much, is because I watch people come in with this expectation of, I'm going to hold space for others. And I love that. What I love the most is seeing their growth in dealing with their own stuff, being able to become visible, being able to speak in front of somebody else, remembering the science, remembering it all enough and practicing it enough that when they sit in front of someone, it's not about them. They can sit there and hold space no matter what they hear, no matter what's happening with the client. They can safely be present in the now. And I guess that's what we're all here for. So to learn that skill, invaluable. So if you have ever felt like you want to become more present or understand the science a little bit more, just understand how to become a better human who can listen more, feel more, then join our community. It's something I'm super proud of, and everybody in there is such a safe and beautiful human, just like you. Have the most amazing day. And remember, burnout is not a failure because it's something that you can come back from. Take care, much love, breathe easy. That's it for this week. If something landed for you, please share it with someone who's genuinely ready to hear this. And I would love if you have 2 minutes to leave us a review on wherever you listen to your podcast, because this genuinely helps people find us. You can find me on Instagram at Verity Coonan, and if you're interested in becoming a breathwork facilitator or joining the Vidya app, I'll link it all in the show notes. See you soon.